excited because today I am joined by my husband, Brandon, and this is the first time you guys are actually getting to meet/see him on camera. So say hi, Brandon.
Hi.
He's a man of few words. Today we're going to be doing something super cool. I asked you guys on my various social media accounts to send us in some questions because we're going to be doing a Q&A today. Today's actually our first anniversary, or our first married anniversary. So our first married anniversary, and we thought that today would be a good day to do our Q&A. So we're gonna be answering some of the questions that you guys asked us, and you guys will get to know us a little bit better. So, are you ready? The first question, excuse me, sir. So the first question is, when and how did you meet? Brandon and I actually met in high school, but we kind of have like a weird history because I didn't really like him in high school and he thought I was a crazy stalker. I wasn't stalking him for myself, I was actually stalking him for a friend that he used to date. And that's when we first met, and so that's awkward. And I had forgot about it until he brought it up like on one of our many dates. And so we met in 2012, like again, for the first time I should say. We actually had a conversation and we met at a mutual friend's birthday party. Does that sound about right? Mm-hmm. The next question is, how long have you guys been together?
So we've been together for a total of 6 years, but we dated for 3. We were engaged for 2, and today we've been married for 1.
For 1 whole year. So the next question is, how did you guys react to finding out that you were going to be parents? My boss at the time had been telling me that I was pregnant, and I was like, no, I'm not, because I didn't think that I was. And so finally, I think I got annoyed of her like telling me every day that she saw me that I was pregnant. And so we went out and got a pregnancy test, and then we waited until the morning because they say you're supposed to take them in the morning. And then I took the pregnancy test, and then we were just kind of getting ready, and then I looked at the pregnancy test and it said pregnant. So that's kind of a little backstory. Like, how did you react/feel like when you found out we were gonna have a baby?
I was excited, but also scared, nervous. It was a lot to take in at 6 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, I was more excited than like, you know, nervous or scared, but you don't really know what to think. And then throughout the day, once it like really hit me, I was just more excited than anything.
I think pretty much the same for me too. We weren't not trying to have a baby, but it was also kind of unexpected because this was around a time where we weren't really trying either. When the pregnancy test came back positive, I think we were both kind of just in shock. I was definitely like, oh my gosh, like this is happening, like this is real. I actually took 2 more pregnancy tests after the initial one, and then I went to one doctor, and then I went to a different doctor. They all said I was pregnant, so after that, I think once the shock, like the initial shock wore off, I was just super excited to have a baby. So the next question is, what is the hardest part about parenting?
For me, it's not spoiling Houston, and it's not giving her whatever she wants, or when she cries. I don't know, other than that, nothing's really difficult. After you have a kid, it just kind of seems natural, and like your parenting instincts kick in. But for me, it's just not spoiling.
I think for me, the hardest part about being a parent is there are so many different things that you have to teach your kids, or not even that you have to teach them, but you should teach your kids, and just making sure that they grow up with the proper morals and knowing what's right from wrong, but also knowing that, you know, different actions have different consequences, and then just making sure that they're loved on top of all of that, that they know that they're loved. It seems like a lot, and it gets easier to manage day by day, but I think just looking at it in the long run, I'm a person who thinks like way far ahead, and so I like to try to prepare myself. And I think overall what I'm trying to say is for her to be prepared, you know, to go into the real world by herself. We have to be the ones to teach her. So sometimes it's overwhelming, but it's all rewarding at the end of the day. The next person asks, who is Houston more like? I think she has a lot of both of our qualities.
I was gonna say,
but I think she definitely has my attitude.
Yeah, your attitude and your stubbornness.
Okay, you're totally stubborn. Like, you may like not be as stubborn as me, but you're definitely stubborn too. So she gets that from both of us.
Yeah, but her looks, I feel like she looks like both of us. At times she looks more like you, and at times she looks more like me, but you can definitely tell that she looks like both of us.
There's no question that he's her dad and that I'm her mother. The next person asks, how did you come up with the name Houston? And I'm gonna answer this because I came up with that name, so I'm gonna take credit for it because I did it. I had spent pretty much all of my pregnancy going through like baby naming websites and books and posts and different stuff like that. And I actually just found it on like a random Facebook post. And when I first found the name Houston, nobody liked it. Everybody that I told that I liked the name Houston, they were kind of just like, and nobody really gave me a positive reaction. So we actually were gonna name her something else. But then, like I think 2 months before I was due, 2 months or a month before I was due, I was just like, you know what? I like the name Houston and that's what we're gonna name her. And ever since she came, it just fit her so perfectly. Like, I feel like we couldn't have did a better job naming her, really. The next question is, when is baby number 2 coming?
We're hoping here soon, but we're not sure, exactly when.
You guys will just have to hang around and see. That was my version of a wink. I'm really bad at winking, he says. You can't even tell if your eyes are open, so you can't even tell if you're winking. Oh, you didn't. Okay, next question. This person asks, how do I get a dad bod like Bubs? This is Bubs. I just want to throw that out there too. Can you stop coughing? I just want to throw this out there that his like childhood nickname growing up was Bubba/Bubs, and so if we ever refer to Bubba or Bubs, it's Brandon, obviously. How do you get a dad bod like you, babe?
I don't do anything special.
I eat.
I would say I eat.
You
all
eat
the time.
4 times your body weight is how you get a dad bod like Bubs.
I eat tacos, I eat burritos, but I also work out. That's one thing that I do.
You do?
I do. Still does. I work out to make sure I don't get fat. I eat a lot, but I make sure that I work out, so. Yeah.
He does eat a lot. I will agree with that. He eats more than the average human, and I think actually he probably eats the same amount as a household, so feeding him is like really expensive. That wasn't a question on here, but I just wanted you to know that feeding him is really expensive. This one is a statement, and it comes from our friend Charlie, and he says, I think Bubba would rather be with me. Is that true? Would you rather be with Charlie?
Nah.
Hear that, Charlie? He'd rather be with me. The next question, are you guys going to adopt a pet?
I want to. It's deciding what kind of pet we're gonna adopt. Because right now, Cori wants a cat, Houston wants a puppy, and I want a puppy. But
it's not that I don't want a puppy, but I just feel like
I don't know.
Kittens are cute. I would also like a German Shepherd. My parents have one currently, and his name is Sai, and he's just like the best dog. I know that people say like German Shepherds are like really aggressive breeds, but like they're protectors. Is that like their main job? And so
actually the first time we took Houston to Wisconsin and he was around Houston as just a baby, he like had that protective instinct right away.
So very protective. That's the kind of dog that we want. We just don't know when, especially because somebody asked when baby number 2 is coming and if that's gonna be soon. We just wanna make sure that we can give a pet the love and the time and the attention that it deserves. So definitely here in the near future, we'll probably start looking at different pets. And our last question comes from Haley Pribble, and she asks, am I your favorite cousin? And yes, Haley, you're my favorite cousin. Like, what about for you?
Yes, you are.
You're our favorite cousin.
Favorite cousin.
Don't tell anybody else, but it's you, and only you. You're our favorite cousin. So that's the end of your guys' questions. Do you have anything else that you want to tell anybody about us that you think that they should know about you, about us, about we? Ew.
Just keep watching Cori's page and it's gonna get,
it's called a channel, not a page.
Sorry. it's gonna keep getting better and better. You know, eventually she's gonna have all the gadgets she needs to just...
Who says gadgets?
But like
He's
a new
old.
camera.
He's not even that old, but like he talks like an old man. Who says gadgets and like Inspector Gadget? Like.
But yeah, just keep watching her channel, subscribe, because it is gonna get better. Not that it's good right now, but just keep getting better. She's gonna, keep posting.
You said not that it's good right now.
Oh, and not that it's not good right now.
Wow, he believes in me so much.
Once she, really gets a hang of it and really...
Sorry, the window's open, and so we can see people like driving
Once
by.
She really gets going, and Houston will be on here, and you guys will meet Houston. And
they actually already have. That just goes to show you that he doesn't watch any of my videos. Such a good husband. Husband of the year. That's awkward now. To be fair, that was probably like my most boring video that I put up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited for you guys to see us all together more often in our next vlogs and our videos, and just get to know us as a family, and we get to know you guys, and yeah, super cool. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell everybody you know that I am the next up and coming YouTube star. They want to get in on this now before I hit too many subscribers, and then I'm too cool for all of you. Because it's gonna happen, let's be honest. I'm just kidding. I'm not that. What is the word? Narcissistic.
I don't even know what that word is. What it means.
It's when you're like full of yourself. Like,
you're definitely narcissistic.
I'm like, says you. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for watching this week's video, and we will see you guys in the next one. See you later.